Good morning, everyone. Let's look at your markets for today. Let's start with the economic calendar as always. We have two uh, speeches today by European Central Bank's President Christine Lagarde and the US Federal Bank's Chairman Jerome Powell. They're both speaking today. So that could definitely set a trend in one direction or the other, potentially give us a big candle of momentum and some volume. So that's something to keep an eye on. Other than that, there's not much happening. Housing price index, for Canada and another member speaking, but obviously if Powell's speaking, that member's words will fall on deaf ears. So this is definitely the one to watch on the dollar. This is the one to watch on the euro. So you could potentially trade euro dollar twice today on either of these times. Or maybe trade euro CAD. I mean, with the CAD housing prices, you should see some volume if you combine Euro CAD, for example. It's a 50-minute gap. It should set a trend and then potentially whipsaw it. So we could definitely see some movement there as well. Okay, but other than that, there's not a lot happening in the markets. We'll look at the technicals quickly. Start with the indices. So as you can see, S&P is down 1.12%, DAX is down 0.7%, FTSE is down 0.7%, Euro is down just about 1%. So everything is pretty much down, which obviously gives us the indication that it is slightly risk off again. I do think that, being a Friday to Monday gap, a lot of people just take their money out. So you tend to see this a lot on a Monday morning. I personally don't leave trades over the weekend because anything can happen during the weekend, from a geopolitical standpoint, which could affect the trade. Then it opens, with a huge gap from where your price was, and there's nothing you can do about that. Anyway, so gold is down 0.2%, silver is down 0.8%, and then we'll look at Forex quickly. We've got the euro up 0.2%. That's pretty neutral. Both of these, all of them so far, neutral, neutral, neutral. Yeah, that's all neutral. Zero-sum game, so everything seems to be neutral on the Forex front. These two speeches could change that, obviously, so that's what we're going to look at. And we would expect some consolidation up to those speech times specifically. We should only see some consolidation. Yeah, so that being said, let's move over to your charts. Here we go. We'll start with gold. Now, I was long gold on Friday, but my indicators indicated that there was a potential reversal coming. So I got out. I closed all my orders. I'm going long again, but it looks like it's turning. So this could potentially have been a bad trade. But if you look at this, that needs to hold. And if it touches there and holds, then it should go long. So there's something to keep an eye on. You could potentially get in there again. I will open another order if this line holds. I will add to this position. As you can see, I have more than enough margin left. Okay, I do want to show you that I had some bad trades on Friday. Specifically look at this one. Remember I called that it should go to there following the breakout that occurred here. Now this was actually then a fake out, as you can see. Huge momentum engulfing all of these, engulfing all of them, and then pushing it further to the downside. And obviously I thought, okay, now it's going to continue downwards, and I got in somewhere there, and it turned again. So it was just a bad trade, all things considered. But that's okay. This is specifically what I wanted to say, is that you can't get it right every time. But if you have your stop losses in place, or manually close them when they hit a certain level, or that you can see, if you have an exit rule that says, if this happens, get out. If you have those things in place, then it's okay to get it wrong once in a while. I mean, if this was a push up, it would have been a great trade. a good move, but it wasn't. It was a bad trade. So, and that happened. So it's okay. You can make mistakes. You can get it wrong. You're going to get it wrong at least 50% of the time, maybe more. As long as your risk reward is better than 2 to 1, you will still make profit from this. So yeah, I had a bad trade and stopped it out, closed it out. I'm going to show you overall. I had a few bad ones on Friday, a few good ones as well, but look at those good ones because the profit risk reward ratio is much better than 2 to 1. This one I had to close. Oh no, that one was fine. That was a good trade. This one I closed manually because I had to go do something else and I couldn't keep an eye on it. So I added a stop loss and it hit the stop loss. And then these little ones here, I closed manually as well. All of these I closed manually because I couldn't watch them, all of them. They did recover eventually, but I couldn't watch them, so I closed them. I could have put a stop loss in, but I decided just to close everything with profit and take the rest of the Friday afternoon off. And I was happy with that. I had a good Friday afternoon, good weekend, so get that balance back every once in a while is a good thing. So I'm not actually sure. We can look at what the overall, what was Friday's date? 18th, wasn't it? Let's see if we can go look at what Friday's overall day ended up being. Yeah, it was still an overall profit day. So, I mean, I can be happy with that. If you've taken 12,000 as profit in a day, there's no reason to complain. And then I decided to take the rest of the day to recharge the batteries and try to relax a bit and whatnot. So I'm happy. I mean, it's a good trade. It's a good day. It was a good day overall. So there's no reason to complain if you have a few bad trades. You can't get it right every time. Anyway, this is ranging at the moment, so I can't go in either way. This could just be another false breakout with it ranging. So yeah, we already spoke about this. Watch that level. If it holds, we could potentially see this break the upside. This is the long-term downtrend that is holding, but it's retesting it soon. Remember this one? We drew it in. It retested it a few times, and it needs to break sometime. And if it does, I want to be long for the break. And if it's a false breakout, that's fine. It's okay. It can happen. If this comes lower, I'll add to it. Buy the dips, add to it. But always keep an eye on it, because if you've got anything indicating that you might potentially see a reversal, get out. If you see something like that, this indicator I have tends to indicate when a big move is coming. You could see it there as well when big moves are coming. This one was in preparation of a news event, which ended up whipsawing. This indicator almost always shows you a big move is on the way. Look at that. Look at that. This one, another big move. There's a big move here to the downside, which then recovered to the upside, which invalidates that as a buy signal, because obviously it just spiked. Same with this rejection week on a news event. You don't do this on news events. If you ignore the indicator on news events, just use it all the other times. It gives you quite clear indications of when big moves are coming. Look at that. One big move recovers another big move. I mean, isn't that just beautiful? What if you had this indicator just to tell you, get in? You did, and you'd take profit at a level. I would have probably taken profit at this level, to be honest. Then, had I opened there, this would have been my take profit. And that's not a bad trade. Anyway, this indicator for me is quite magic. With its weight in gold, and I coded it myself, so I don't have to pay anyone for it. So I'm quite happy with this. It gave me the indication a big move is coming, so I got out. I'll always keep an eye on it. If it does give me that indication again, I'll close this order out as well. It doesn't matter how far in the red it is. If this thing says it could potentially move to the downside, take that hit, because if you don't take the hit, let's say you open it here, you have a drawdown there, or a potential take profit there, saying it's a buy now. You open here at this level, take profit somewhere there, potentially that level or just below it, and then you see this happening, and it already starts moving down. Even if it's there, you still close it out at the loss. Take the hit, because 2 candles further you'd be twice that in the red. So if this indicator tells me there's a big move coming, doesn't matter how far in the red I am, I take the hit and just let whatever happen, or whatever wants to happen, let it happen. I mean, you can get into the market again at some later point. So we had another push here, or 2 candles saying it's going to go to the upside. What I look for is 3 candles, 3 or more. That's when something's going to happen soon. When there are 3 or more consecutive candles with these little arrows on it, the big move is coming. So that's what almost always happens. Anyway, so that's it. As far as the other currencies go, they should all be neutral leading up to Christine Lagarde's and Jerome Powell's speech. So I'm not going to go through them today. We'll keep this video short. But basically, just watch the news events and react to it, and then you should be fine. That's it for now. Good luck and enjoy.